Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for March 2023. We're just gonna see what is going on for you at this time. I feel like there's some sort of change of heart going on for you here, which is interesting. That card says transformation, but I was really focused on the fact that she's kind of like, I'll show you in a minute, but she's kind of like pointing to her heart, or I don't know. It's like there's something that you are changing. For some of you, I wonder if you're gaining a new perspective here. It's like you're seeing that something could be possible. I have a lot rushing into my head here, Aquarius. Like, there's a lot going on for you this month. I'm actually kind of surprised as to, like, I'm kind of surprised that so much is happening for you maybe this month just based off this reading. I was not really expecting like action, but I feel very action oriented in your reading. I feel like there's a lot going on, a lot of decisions to make, and clearly some sort of transformation. If you're looking for love, damn, Empress, Emperor right here. And you might even be like, you might not be an Aquarius watching this. I don't know why I have Aquarius rising popping into my head. I would say that if you're interested in, any sign, really, I would like go for it, because I feel for those of you that are looking for love, clearly divine counterpart, and I feel like this person could be like, there could be some sort of transformation in your life because of this person. I don't even know, it could lead to a lot of abundance. You have the Seven of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles, which is like fairness, but also like equal give and take. And you also have the Ace of Wands in that last row, which we're going to talk about clearly. But there's like something here. I'm noticing the distance, right? It's like if you're looking for love, they're like far away, and you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. Eight of Cups would be walking away from something. So there's like some sort of risk that someone has to take here, Aquarius. This might be a little bit longer of a reading because I'm just going to take my time through this. There's a lot. Like, I just feel like there's so much going on for you this month. It's crazy, and I can't get away from that. So I just want to make sure I get everything. But, I really feel this Five of Swords could be some sort of risk. Like, it could be you shooting your shot with a person, but I also feel that there's a risk here of either moving or making a change, because Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Again, mostly Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, we could be looking at a situation that we've been in, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Like, and for whatever reason, I get moving for some of you. So it could be where you live. But it could also be like a project you're working on, a business, whatever, take it how it resonates. And it's like you're looking at it and you're saying, you feel like there's more. And I don't want to put words into your mouth here, Aquarius, but I kind of feel like you are looking at a situation, you're saying like, okay, like I've experienced all that there is to experience here in this location, maybe where you live or whatever. And I feel like you're saying like, okay, I want to go somewhere else. Or, maybe you've experienced everything that you've experienced in your job, for example. It's like you know the story, right? And you're just looking to change the story here. And again, for some of you, you might be an Aquarius rising or something like that. I'm an Aquarius rising, and for some reason, again, I make sure to take myself out of the readings when I do these readings, but for some reason, I'm resonating with this, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to say like, okay, this is not for me, right? So that's very interesting as well. But there's definitely some sort of risk that you could be taking. Again, I feel like what you don't see maybe is that it would be a very abundant thing for you to do to make this change. So for any of you who are just kind of maybe this is just like a little bit of a thing that's going on in the back of your brain where you're not like seriously thinking about it, but maybe it's kind of crossed your mind. Maybe you're not seriously thinking about moving, but you're kind of thinking about it. Maybe you're not seriously thinking about love, but you're kind of thinking about it. Whatever it is, could be business as well. Again, I think what you don't see is that on the other side of this is Empress, a lot of abundance, a lot of success. And even if you don't want love, having the Empress and the Emperor together in a reading is amazing, because it really says that you're kind of embracing both energies here, Aquarius. And so I kind of feel that for those of you that want to change your business or your work, or maybe something that you do in life, I feel it's going to be very abundant. And it's also like saying to me that you're going to be resonating with it, like you are going to be in resonance. Like, when I think people don't realize, like, when we do the right things in life, we resonate more, our vibration rises, we're able to attract more into life gets better when we do these things. And I hope that makes sense. It's like you're kind of vibrating at a higher level when you do the right stuff. that you're supposed to be doing. And I feel like that's part of the transformation that you're going through. You have the Page of Swords. I don't know. I feel like you've had to learn a lot over the years. Even if we go this way, we go to Seven of Pentacles to the Strength card. Strength is something that is meant to require strength to grow. Strength is, normally the lady has her hands in the lion's mouth, and that lion is submitting to her. So she is trying to get that lion to submit to her, and that lion represents her inner voice, her inner demons, her inner critic, and she's telling it to be quiet. And the lion normally, again, is submitting to her. So I feel like the Page of Swords is talking about life lessons that you've learned. With the Five of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords. Some sort of rushing around type energy going on here as well. No rushing at this time. Take your time making decisions, but I do also feel that some of you could be like not wanting to miss out on something, or you could be seeing something as very valuable. For some of you, I feel like it could be a person here with the High Priestess. So I kind of get this vibe that you could be attracted to someone. Could be a Capricorn, a Pisces, Leo, an Aries stands out to me. Could be a Taurus as well. But, again, take it how it resonates. And, I feel like this person could be a little bit mysterious. There's obviously going to be work that needs to be put in to reach this person with the Six of Pentacles. But, I kind of feel like you also, it's like, I don't know, maybe this person, you see them making moves, or, I don't know, maybe you're dealing with a person who's going through a little bit of a glow up. And so you're kind of like, I don't want to miss out on this. But I would also say, don't rush. If you're, I feel like there's need to make a move, but don't rush. I'm wondering if this is someone who's interested in you, Aquarius, as well. It's like there could be a person who's interested in you and they don't want to rush. Maybe they see you. It's kind of like popping out to me that you could work with this person. So it might be a person at work. So maybe also with the Knight of Swords, they don't want to make the wrong move, I should say. Because obviously, maybe you work somewhere where there's rules against dating at work or something like that. I don't know. Crazy ass reading already. With the Empress, you have the Sun. Yes, love it. Are you kidding me? I feel like you're getting a lot of attention. Again, I'm telling you right now, if there's love coming in for you, or if you're interested, looking for love, I feel this is like a confirmation reading. I feel like it's saying, yes, go for it. This is clearly something that's going to be very good for you. I also feel there could be a lot of abundance coming in here. I love readings where I get the Sun and the Six of Pentacles showing up in a reading. Six of Pentacles, like planting seeds. You also have it on the Empress, which is a card of growth and abundance. So, whatever you're working towards, clearly there's success. With the Page of Swords, you have the Five of Wands. Yeah, risk. The Five of Swords to me can represent a breakup. You have that risk card, the Five of Swords. But really, to me, the Five of Swords is about taking a risk. The Five of Wands is also about taking a risk. It's a card of conflict and competition, but I call this card Indiana Jones. To me, it's like a card of going on some sort of crazy adventure so that you can get your reward. And so a lot of you could be needing to go on an adventure so that you can get some sort of reward, and without knowing your situation, I can't tell you what this is. For some of you, you could be thinking about asking a person out or approaching a person. You could also be making this change, a work change, which could seem a little bit risky. And, really what I want to say is I have to dig more into this because I have no clue what's going on. You have this tall tale card in the area of the unexpected. So you could be attracting a person who's a little bit mysterious. Obviously, you have the High Priestess here. Maybe you've been lied to in the past. I also feel for some of you, this person, maybe dealt with a liar in their past relationship. So, there might be a little bit of, trust, needing to work through trust with this person. You have the Devil here as well. I feel like this person doesn't want devil energy in their life. So if you're attracting a person, I feel like they're kind of, they could move more slowly. They could be acting very independent. I feel like they are probably very independent as well, is what I would say. Kind of gives me Leo vibes, which is your opposite sign, right? But I feel like this person could be very independent. And, they kind of are just I feel like you're just wondering about this person if you have your eyes on a person. If you don't have your eyes on a person, I really don't feel this is talking about lies. I feel like this is talking about your story. We kind of talked about this a second ago where, it's almost as if with that transformation card, with it being your heart, as I feel, it's like you're wanting to create some story about your life that's just better, and I feel like that's what's going on here. It's it's kind of interesting because there's this puppet up here, right? And it's almost as if you want to tell a story where you're not controlled, where you are in control. That's kind of what I get here. You have the High Priestess, again, could be a Pisces. Every time I say this, someone's like, oh, Chris obviously wants to date a Aquarius. No, I don't. I am happily single right now, just for everyone who's interested and wondering, right? But I'm also celibate. My days of hoeing are over, right? I'm basically a nun now, so I'm going to become a nun after this, just so you know, right? So, spare the comments is what I would say here. But you have this High Priestess, so trust your intuition, number one. Could be a Pisces, not me. And also, what I would say here is I feel like there's some sort of mystery that you need to look into. And, you have the Indiana Jones card. You go down to the Ace of Wands as well. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. Normally, there's a castle that's crumbling on the back of the Ace of Wands. So, it can kind of represent needing to focus on a new beginning or something that excites you. The Ace of Wands doesn't really represent mystery, but sometimes I feel that the Ace of Wands, number one, is like the one thing we need to feel very motivated. It's like a spark of life. It's like a spark of inspiration that can come into our life. We can feel inspired by something. And number two, it can just be enthusiasm. We can feel enthusiastic about an idea, but we have to go on the journey. We have to explore the mystery of how to create it. You have the Seven of Pentacles, definitely a change in direction. Again, Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is what you're working on in life, is it worth it, or is there something better? And again, I feel like for a lot of you, it's like this part of your story is over. That's really what I feel here. It's like some of you, it's like wherever you live or a situation that you're in, whatever it is, job, business, relationship, or otherwise, it's like that stage of your life is over, or that story is over, and you're just ready for a new story. You have the Devil here. Again, you could be feeling a little bit controlled here. You have the Devil with the tall tale card. I don't feel really bad about this, but I do feel that some of you, it's like you could be feeling controlled by, like a job, a business, or a relationship, and you're just looking to be more free. It kind of makes sense to me because we have Uranus and Taurus, and Uranus and Taurus has a lot to do with freedom, and so I feel for a lot of you going this way, it's like Eight of Cups, walking away from the Devil towards the Six of Pentacles. You're looking for more balance in more balanced situations. With the High Priestess, you have the Hangman. I don't want to say I didn't say Pisces, but I did. So there you go. 2 Pisces cards right there. Definitely a Pisces for some of you. It could also be you. Like if you're a Pisces with an Aquarius rising, for example, like I just said, like me. Again, I was getting this weird, resonating energy, but I almost feel like intuitively, like I say, I do a lot of stuff to make sure I'm not influencing a reading. And I feel like that resonance, I think this is a message to me for you. I hope that makes sense. That there's a certain resonating energy. I feel like you're going to feel it when you are in the correct situations. I'm not talking about love here. I'm talking about everything in your life. You are going to feel like you're vibrating maybe, or like you're resonating with the situation. I feel like that's what that's saying. It's going to set you free. Hangman, he is gaining enlightenment, but he's put himself in hangman mode to gain enlightenment. He's trying to get off the pole. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork makes the dream work for sure. If you're attracting love, I feel it could definitely be a person who wants to have a family or who wants to work on a team. Again, we have the Strength card here. Leos definitely like to have families. So if you're attracting a Leo, for example, definitely makes sense. With the Devil, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, this could also be hard work, with the Devil. Sometimes I don't really feel all that bad about the Devil. Sometimes I just feel it's talking about Saturn, and it's just talking about putting work into the things that you want to work on, like at work or business. And it's just saying, if you put the work in, then you're going to be successful. So put the work in here, Aquarius, whatever you're working on. Next, you have this Sacrifice card. I kind of have to cover her up probably because YouTube is run by 12-year-olds, but you have the Sacrifice card. I feel like you could be making some sort of sacrifice in your life, and but this isn't really a sacrifice. I'm really surprised the Ace of Swords hasn't shown up in this reading, because Ace of Swords can represent a sacrifice. It cuts both ways, but sometimes the sacrifice is worth it. We can be leaving a business that we worked at for a long time for something else. We can be leaving a relationship that just isn't working. It can still be a sacrifice. It can still kind of suck, but what's coming in, we're making space for something much better. And I get that vibe here. You have the Strength card, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. I kind of feel like you're choosing yourself. Strength to the Nine of Pentacles. Again, Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. I always say it does not necessarily mean you're single. I know that every reader and their mother reads it like that, but honestly, that's not really what it means. She is truly independent. Again, it doesn't matter what gender you are either, but she's truly independent. That does not mean she's single. She has 6 pentacles on one side, normally 3 pentacles on the other, and it represents that she's willing to give 3 pentacles to any situation that comes her way, job, business, love, whatever. But she always keeps enough for herself. And I kind of feel like that's important for you, that you should keep enough for yourself at this time. I also feel like you're more focused on becoming more independent. You have the 8 of Cups. Again, definitely makes sense that you could be walking away from something. You have the Sacrifice card. So you might be choosing to sacrifice some things in life to for the hopes of a better future. And I do feel there's a better future. Like if you're moving, maybe you're making the sacrifice of moving and you're saying, well, I hope I move somewhere better. And I would say, yes, I feel like you're moving somewhere better, right? Same thing in love. You have the Strength card. I just get this like timing energy here on the Strength card. I feel like the time is now. The Strength card has a certain element of like working on yourself. It is a card of personal development. Normally the lady is taming the lion that is on the card, and it kind of represents the fact that, you know, she has to work on this every single day. The Strength card represents taming your inner voice, your inner critic, but she has to do this every single day. So I feel like you're kind of taming yourself here, if that makes sense. But let's see. With the Strength card, you have the 2 of Swords. Some sort of choice. I mean, blah, blah, blah. The whole entire reading saying the same exact thing. There's a choice that has to be made. Pick the new path. 2 of Swords, she's sitting where she's always been. There's like a new island behind her. I always say she needs to go towards the new island, right? If you're making any decisions, Aquarius, 6 of Pentacles, right? 6 of Pentacles says, where can you put your energy and where can you get more or equal, at least equal, but hopefully more back, like, in work? Is the amount of energy you put in what you're getting out? If the answer is no, it's time to make a change. Same thing with a relationship. Are you putting too much energy in, not getting anything out? Time to make a change. But again, if you're getting what you want, then I feel like stay, of course. With the 8 of Cups, you have the 2 of Cups. So clearly, there's a very passionate connection coming in for you. I would say that it's interesting that you have all these major arcana. I would definitely say that whoever the person is that's coming in for you, I feel like they are in their, I feel like they are in their major arcana energy, if that makes sense. It's like they're probably at their highest vibration here, whatever sign it is, doesn't matter. I feel like you have great communication. You probably come from 2 different worlds. 2 of Cups is meant to represent 2 people who are very different from each other, but again, it doesn't matter. So I feel this is kind of like a divinely guided type situation. It's like someone you can't get off your mind as well. It's like maybe you try to not think about this person. I think that the other interesting thing that's popping into my head here for you, Aquarius, is that for some of you, I feel like maybe you've known this person for a while and you always think about them, but maybe you've never had anyone in your life like that, where even though, like, I don't think this is a past person. That's not what I'm suggesting here. I feel like this could just be a person you know, or maybe you just know of this person, and you just keep thinking about them. They keep popping into your head or whatever. I don't know. It's standing out to me. With the 9 of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles. Kind of like everyone else, I feel like you're very focused on stabilizing your finances, and I do feel more stable finances. At the end here, for the good stuff, you have this full moon in Scorpio. It says, breathe through the tension. Again, this is the good stuff, so it's positive no matter what. But I do feel like some of you could be feeling a little tense. You might even be doing things like clenching your jaw, feeling anxious and things like that. So anything you can do to like meditate, to de-stress, I think those would all be really good activities for you with this energy. But it does seem to me like you are releasing tension here. You have the 6 of Pentacles, again, probably your most important card here. So 6 of Pentacles is equal give and take. Again, where can you invest your energy into any area of your life and get something for it? I feel like you need to make sure that you give to the right things with the 6 of Pentacles. You have the Emperor here. If you're attracting love, clearly a divine counterpart. Like I said, you have the Empress at the beginning, and power couple vibes. So definitely could be like a power couple. I feel like you two make a great team, or will. 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. These are really good teamwork cards in love. So I like to see that. I also feel that this could be you doing something in work. The Emperor is ready to take action at a moment's notice. And you have the Ace of Wands, which would represent taking action. So I feel like you need to take action on something that you are feeling passionate about, because the Ace of Wands is passion. But this doesn't have to be love. And again, I think the more important thing with the Ace of Wands is to follow like hope, because it's like that spark of hope. It's that thing that we feel very enthusiastic about. So it doesn't matter what it is in your life. I feel like this reading is saying you need to move towards enthusiasm, things that make you feel like expansive, good. Three of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles, you have the Three of Wands. So literally, as I was saying that, that's what I was feeling, is like, I feel like there are things, it doesn't matter what it is, love, business, ideas, whatever. I feel like the good ones make you feel expansive, like you're unstoppable, like you can have whatever you want. The bad ones probably make you feel smaller. So again, I feel like you need to move towards, I know it sounds obvious, but I really feel this reading is encouraging this movement towards expansion, growth, and like just good things. With the Emperor, you have the Queen of Swords. I feel like you see things very clearly now as well. Again, you might have been uncertain about a person in the past. For some of you, I'm wondering if like, I don't think you dated this person, but maybe there was an opportunity and it just never happened. But now you're seeing things clearly. For others, I feel this is like a completely new person that you just know of. And, that's really, all I'll say there. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, definitely moving on to calmer shores. A lot of improvements. 2 6s. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love 2 6s in a row. To me, 2 6s says you're going in the right direction. You're on the right path. It's kind of like confirmation for whatever you're working on here. But let's see what is going on for you at this time. You have this Firecracker card. It says excitement on it. So clearly there's something very exciting happening for you. Ace of Wands. Could be anything. I would move towards it with Ace of Wands. It's going to feel good, whatever it is. You have this finger. It says warning you of a problem either now or in the future. So I would pay attention to anyone who's been a liar with that Tall Tales card. You also, I'm going to pull 2 more cards, but you have this card that says beware of greed. And you also have this rat card, which says someone working against you behind your back. I don't think it's like that dramatic, but I would be careful of like gossip, greed, any of those things with these 2 cards, because you could have a person like this in your life. And, I would just be careful of them. I would also be careful of, like, if you have, like, for those of you looking for love, I always tell people, be careful of that lonely single friend that's always, like, hating on every single relationship that, it's like, I've seen this happen too many times, right? I used to do readings all the time. I used to have people come to me all the time that would be like, my friend told me to break up with my boyfriend, my girlfriend, whatever, because they said they were toxic, but I found out they're really not toxic and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, exactly. You shouldn't be listening to people outside your relationship. If you're not willing to invite them into your bedroom, why would you let them into your relationship, basically, right? And I see this all the time, where it's like there's a friend who just doesn't want to be alone being single, and they ruin relationships. So again, if you have a friend like that, maybe it's time to be like, you know what, you need to either pull your head out of your ass and go find your own boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever friend. I don't give a rat's ass. Speaking of rats, right? Whatever it is, doesn't matter. You need to go find your own thing, or we can't do this, is what I'd say. I'd be careful of toxic people in general. You have this younger man card, says dealings with relationships with a younger man. You also, and I always clarify the people cards in this deck. You have this bad card, something important, such as new job or raise. Again, I feel like this is just you. And it doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like it's just saying you are getting something new, which we saw throughout this whole entire reading. I'm going to pull 2 more because of that mess right there. You have this ink pot card. It says problems to be resolved. Yeah, I would say don't be like worried. Kind of what I'm getting here, the story I'm getting here, is that you could be working towards this change, and maybe there are little things that pop up from time to time, and it's like it's not working perfectly. And I feel like that's fine. I feel like this is saying don't get down because something doesn't go exactly according to plan. You have this frying pan card. It says trouble, accusations. I would also be careful if you meet a new person of their past person. I swear I said this to you in a recent reading, or I don't know if it was you, but it might have been Leo. And if it was, then you could definitely be dealing with a Leo, because what I would say here is that I almost get the vibes of like a past person, like a person's past person, contacting you, telling you things, ruining a relationship or something. I would be careful of that, especially if you're dealing with a new person. I wouldn't just, again, invite that person into your bedroom. I would go to your person and be like, what's this about? They might just be like, they might say like, oh, they just won't leave me alone and they're just jealous, right? And that's probably what's going on here. So no creating stories. A pretty crazy reading here, Aquarius, I gotta say. But I like it. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. And definitely enjoy your month.